Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mirror Dungeon video. Today we'll be creating the best Poise team of all time by using characters who are barely considered to even be Poise. In truth, only two identities truly fit into the category of fake Poise because for all intents and purposes, they don't generate any Poise at all. Those two identities are none other than Seven Faust and Magic Bullet Otis. Both of them only gain Poise through the use of their passive under very specific conditions, and only when attacking an enemy who has Rupture or Burn on them respectively. For Faust, she also needs to be attacking a /weak enemy, and for Otis, she needs to be attacking an enemy with at least -4 defense level. For Otis especially, her ability to generate Poise is almost zero, however because it's designed in such a way to allow her skill 3 to have a guaranteed crit, I would not actually call her the worst Poise identity in the game. That title would probably go to Zvirodia because she frankly is not designed to be a Poise identity at all. Her Poise is completely fake and should be self-tremor like all the other Zvi, but because she was created in a time where Project Moon was still experimenting, we instead got the worst Poise identity in the game. She cannot gain any Poise potency, and her Poise serves exclusively as a counter to make her skills better. Mariachi Sinclair is honestly not the worst Poise identity as long as he can dodge a lot of attacks. However, that's easier said than done with his abysmal speed stat. As for Pequot Heathcliff, he's the first real Poise identity we're using, however that's only really the case when he's used in a bleed team, as otherwise he cannot gain any potency at all. Finally, the last on the team is Gia Ishmael, who is an actual real Poise identity. Technically speaking, base Ryoshu would have been a better fit, but I just wanted to use Ishmael instead because it's my run and I get to do what I want, and also for a Poise identity, her generation is honestly quite bad. For the most part it's fine, but the only way for Ishmael to maintain a Poise stack is for her to kill enemies. Otherwise she's entirely neutral and even sometimes negative, making her completely unsustainable in anything other than a mob fight. The last identity on the field is of course my queen for obvious reasons, but also because when in the Mirror Dungeon, technically speaking every identity is a Poise identity, and therefore the actual worst Poise characters are those that don't have it at all. However, running a full team like that would be lame, so she counts for all of the non-Poise identities. Anyway, to start the run off, we take these starter buffs and find these ego gifts on the first floor of Noggle and Hammer before making it to the boss against Guido.
자, 악당 퇴치 성공! 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어.
We take Nebulizer and Lowest Star for our reward before heading to Hell's Chicken for the next floor. Here we buy the hot and juicy drumstick and melted paraffin before making it to the boss against Papa Bongi. So the hot and juicy drumstick should be able to do its job and allow Magic Bullet Otis to build a burn stack completely on her own. Of course she needs to inflict Dark Flame first before she can even do that, but after the first turn she should be able to build a burn stack on her own. And then that means that her passive will be able to give her Poise, making her a true Poise identity.
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이 저 어둡고 악한 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어.
In order for Magic Bullet to actually be able to gain Poise on her own, she needs to have at least -4 defense level on the enemy, which on her own that effectively means they need to have at least 4 Dark Flame. Any less than that and she can't gain Poise. But you can always substitute it with, you know, other defense down debuffs. So, for example, I think the easiest way to do it, considering we have at least one Pierce identity, is to take the ego gift. Is to take the, what's it called? The Sticky Muck ego gift. So that way, you know, Pequot Heathcliff could inflict defense level down, and then Magic Bullet Otis could just very easily get that -4 defense level needed to gain her Poise. If only she did that first. Oh, it doesn't matter, we killed him. No chickens.
방금 너무 근사한 위협이었는데 관리자님에게 무서운 멘트를 받을 수 있겠어.
We take the Rupture Chicken and Stone Tomb for our reward before heading into Full Stop by a Bullet for the next floor. Here we find the Dark Flame Smoking Pipe and fuse the Red Stained Gossypium before making it to the boss against the Church of Gears.
단순해서 좋군. 9번 수감자.
만만치 않겠군. 본인이
What was I trying to say? Oh yeah, the Red Stained Gossypium is actually a pretty good ego gift for this team because, first of all, not only does it allow Pequod Heathcliff to actually gain Poise potency, it also reduces the defense level of the enemies when they have bleed on them. Which in turn makes it so that, you know, Magic Bullet Otis is substantially more likely to actually activate her passive and gain Poise from that. It's not very good in this fight in particular because, well, it only gives bleed at the start of a turn. But for other fights, it's substantially better. And anyways, it doesn't really matter because, you know, Magic Bullet's constantly gaining more and more Magic Bullet. Also, she's just really powerful in this fight because of the Dark Flame Smoking Pipe. She could probably insta-kill like literally everything with her skill 3 if she wanted. I forgot what I was saying. Alright. The Dark Flame Smoking Pipe makes Magic Bullet Otis like probably one of the best identities in this fight in particular. Because, you know, all the gear worshippers, they're fatal to pierce damage. She has an insane amount of attack weight later on in the fight. And she gets staggered because she loses a clash and because she doesn't have any clash power when it comes to enemies without burn. Oh well, this isn't a solo. Getting staggered doesn't matter. Oh no, Queenie. That's a corrosion because of a class loss. Oh, she's gonna corrode into the queen and absolutely obliterate everything. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad. At least there's a lot of enemy targets in this fight, so hopefully that'll mitigate the damage. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're fine. We got lucky. Okay, never mind. I forget she gains attack weight. Everyone's dead. Yeah, everyone's dead. Oh no. Don't lose a clash with your Queen of Hatred when she's in her hysteric state. Literally everyone died. That is horrible. Okay. Well, we just do it again. This time, a more helpful attack. Thank you, Queenie.
운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 여기서 빛의 맹세 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을 아르카나 슬레이버!
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여 나갔어. 괴로워하는 게 느껴지지 않아? 이 기세로
That honestly wasn't a very helpful attack.
콩 한 방 먹였어.
It didn't even stagger the big dudes, but I guess it's fine.
아까 했던 공격 덕에
Like, we survived well enough, you know? It's not perfect, but that's all you can hope for when you're dealing with the queen.
공격 영상을 만들면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라. 우와, 가름도 깜짝.
She's gonna lose this clash again. Oh my god. She's gonna lose this clash and corrode again. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness she didn't lose it. And now we get super attack weight. This is like, what? 5 attack weight or something? Yeah, ridiculously powerful attack.
내 아르카나 슬레이브 정도의 수준이 있었던 겐가? 한 번에 악당들을 휩쓰는 공격은
Alright, as much as the queen tried to throw, we managed to survive her onslaught.
최근은 좋았어요. 최근은 좋았어요.
이 정도쯤이야? 혀! 아르카나 슬레이브! 방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 오늘도 정말 멋진 활약이었어.
We take Sticky Muck and Gear Shrapnel for our reward before heading into Yield My Flesh for the next floor. Here we buy the old wooden doll before experiencing immense agony by fighting both Jun and bamboo-hatted Kim.
공격으로 인해서 대상에게 많은 피해를 입혔어. 적들이 충분히 나약해졌다는 거지. 끝을 내도 될 것 같아.
I need to talk more. I can't just sit here and say nothing. But what do I even comment on, you know?
관찰은
The fact that we're getting absolutely no poise because we're not using an actual poise team.
다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
Ow.
술술해.
Oof. She almost died.
괜찮으세요?
And of course,
적군의 함정인가?
Queenie gets staggered before she can do anything.
아직 수는 남았다.
Typical.
창의적인 발상이군.
6 Dark Flame and absolutely no burn to do anything with it.
않았으면 좋겠는데.
Very cool.
아르카나들의 저항이 거세지만
깔끔하게.
No, you're supposed to win the clash. Oh my god. Everyone's gonna die to Jun.
와, 방금 건 엄청 고통스러웠겠다. 그 고통과 미움을 똑같이 적에게 돌려줘 볼까?
Oh my god, that's 3 staggers. At least that's some damage with a burn. Not a lot, but it's something. 84, yeah.
내 말을 들어.
시간 끌 것 없이
Oh my god, you really lost that? Jun is kicking my ass. How can one man be such a challenge?
이런 혀! 아르카나 슬레이브! 해냈군. 이렇게 정화되었네. 자, 악당 퇴치 성공.
단순해서 좋군.
Alright, here we go.
자, 물론
Beating up Kim.
보자 너.
정의보다도 푸른 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여, 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 여기서 빛의 맹세하라. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 아르카나 슬레이머!
Can't comment over that. You need to hear the full speech. No exception, every time. But anyway, I don't think I've talked about why Ishmael is on this team specifically, and frankly, she's the only one that you could say is an actual Poise identity. Again, technically, Heathcliff is also technically a real Poise identity because, you know, he can do Poise stuff. But Ishmael is the only other one that you can make that argument for. But personally, I don't really think she's a good Poise identity. But the reason I say that Ishmael's not a good Poise identity is because while she has decent, like, generation, it's honestly not that good. Because she needs to basically, also I'm getting absolutely annihilated here. She needs to effectively kill enemies to actually have good Poise count. Otherwise, she just basically doesn't have anything. That's as good as I can get. It's terrible, but what can you do? What was I saying? Right, Ishmael can only really have good Poise count generation if she kills enemies. So if you're in a boss like Bamboo had to Kim, he's not going to give her very much Poise. I mean, if she doesn't have any support at all, right? It's going to fall off incredibly quickly.
기록에 따라 당신을 반드시 집행하겠습니다.
승객이 딱콩 한 번 먹었어. 무슨 일 있었던 건가?
Okay. Yeah, this is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Alright, this fight is so horribly scuffed. But that's what you get when you're using, like, 3 terrible identities.
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있어.
And get incredibly unlucky with the turn 1 skills. I like 3 of them with, like, all of their skill 1s. And I lost the clash.
아르카나를 처리하지 못한 나는
상정 외의 공격이었으니
쓸모없는 존재.
Get him, Sinclair. Yeah. Yeah. Go. Yeah. Hell yeah. That was so hype.
방금 공격은 좋았어.
Oh no.
이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
I can't beat him.
이대로 해.
I can't beat him.
나를 택했거잖아. 아르카나를 처리하지 못한 나는 나를 나쁜 세치레로 만들려는 거야.
Well, yeah, Magic Bullet's dead because I can't turn off the Lust resistance. Which means the counter skill here likely kills her. Yep. There she goes.
적군의 함정인가? 물려라. 내가
And that means that
아직 수는 남았다.
the -10 sanity means that Ishmael loses the clash and dies too. Hooray. Oh my god.
자나, 방금 공간이 뒤흔들리고 그 공격을 맞았구나.
Don Quixote, I need you to clutch up.
다시 힘내서 가보자.
It isn't gonna happen because counter. Yuck. Oh my god, why is this fight so awful?
괜찮으세요?
I need a different strategy, man. This isn't working. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta use it again. Like, there's no choice. And that doesn't even really help because nobody... That doesn't even help.
내 등 뒤에 숨어 있어.
Why did you roll a 2? Why couldn't you have rolled literally anything else, Rhodia? I'm losing my mind.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠, 단테.
I am at my wit's end. At my wit's end right now. Just win the clash, man. Why are you all completely useless?
사랑으로.
종원, 조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로. 파도가 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다.
방금 공격 다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면
시간 끌 것 없이
Oh my god.
모두를 지워버리죠.
They just keep losing clash after clash after clash, even though they're at max sanity. I'm about to lose my mind. There's no reason this fight should be this difficult. It's not hard. I'm just getting horribly unlucky.
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야. 야! 아르카나 빛! 차! 카론, 기다리는 거 못해.
깔끔하게. 일발장전.
살을 내어주지만
I'm losing my mind.
이상은 없음. 불끈을 지원해.
칼날이 잘 드네요. 아마 그 공격이 약점이었겠죠?
This isn't difficult. I'm just getting really unlucky. I just have to keep telling myself that
막고 있는 꼴을 보니 그다지
because it's true.
깔끔하게.
Okay, this should be good as long as I don't lose any clashes randomly for no reason.
관찰은 끝났습니다.
Don Quixote certainly tried to lose that clash, that's for certain. I know Fluid Sac isn't a good attack here because, you know, it loses his sanity. But I don't have any other option. That's the only one that I could use. And everyone's staggered now. God, this fight is awful. This is probably fine.
완벽한 한 방을 위해
Ah, we staggered him. Thank goodness. This fight is so scuffed. It's not even funny. And a lot more burn. Burn's gonna do a lot. Oh, we're so close. Oh no, the counters. Those counters are death. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Like, Faust dies here, 100%. Can't avoid that. Don Quixote probably also dies. Or not dies, but she gets staggered. And then, hopefully, Dark Flame and Rupture can do the rest. This is gonna be very close. I think we have it. I think we did it. Finally. Oh my god. Oh, that fight took forever. Awful fight. Oh my god, that was an awful fight. I'm so glad it's over. We take the Fractured Blade and Broken Blade for our reward before heading into time-killing time for the next floor. Here we buy Oracle, Finifugality, Thunder Branch, and Emerald Elytra, while also fusing Clear Mirror Calm Water before making it to the final boss against the Time Ripper. God, that Kim fight just drained all of the energy from me. Alright, well, same strategy as Kim, except this time we're doing it better because we have actual usable ego gifts now. And also multiple targets, so we can actually use the full team without accidentally killing the Rupture stack. So that's nice. This will be at least 10 times easier. Also, the Time Ripper doesn't exactly have a scary skill like Kim with his bone claiming, you know? Like, the reason why Kim was so difficult is because of that bone claiming skill. Honestly, it's crazy how this is technically like a triple status team. Like Burn, Rupture, and Poise. Kind of interesting. And it's like... It's just because, like... You know, Magic Bullet Otis is good enough on her own to just entirely support Burn. With the right ego gifts, of course. But even still, like, she's literally all you need to support Burn. It's just that without her ego, you know, her Dark Flame Infliction is quite weak. So you basically need to give her a second skill slot, or have the Dark Flame, or have her Magic Bullet Ego. Because otherwise, like right now, right, she's only inflicting like one Dark Flame every turn, and that's quite pathetic. And then you get into situations like this, right? Where you have a character with multiple parts, and it just does nothing. Look at how much easier this is to Kim. It's like not even a challenge. It's because the Time Ripper's just not scary. You know? Giving him unbreakable coins, it doesn't do anything. He's still not scary.
정의보다 높은 자여, 사랑보다 붉은 자여, 운명 속에 파묻힌 그대 이름을 걸고 여기서 빛의 냄새나. 우리 앞을 막는 증오스러운 존재들에게 나와 그대의 힘을 합쳐 위대한 사랑의 힘을 보여줄 것을! 아르카나
Oh my god. His damage line completely bugged out with that attack. That was funny. Time Ripper does not do very well against attacks with like multi-targets like that. He just completely freaks out. Yeah, his whole gimmick is he just rolls high. And if you're using identities like this who are technically like under-leveled, then yeah, they just don't do too well. Most of this is just down to luck. Like it's night and day. It's night and day between him and Kim. Extraction is just not scary, unlike the bone claiming. And a lot of that has to just comes down to the fact that it's, you know, single target. Okay, that sucks, but whatever. That turn alone is like pretty much the only actual scary turn, because everything else is just not a threat. It's like, sure, you know, his attack did do damage, but it's like all it did was stagger, you know, the queen, and that's it. We're still perfectly fine. If you lose a clash against Kim, though, your entire team is dead. Night and day, night and day. The difficulty of these two bosses.
관리자님, 어서 적대 기체를 자세히 파악해 주세요.
한 발을 위해 일발장전.
Honestly, I should have used the magic bullet ego there, but whatever, it's fine.
해냈구나. 나라도 그랬을 거야.
적의 날개를 꺾었구나.
기쁨이란 건
제압 실시.
Easy fight. It helps that I can actually feel egos now that we picked up Oracle, because couldn't have used that attack otherwise. And here goes Magic Bullet, just obliterating everything.
내게 자비를 구하지 마라. 내 앞에는 무엇도 남지 않을 테니.
Yeah. Yeah.
제압 대책이 큰 피해를 준 것 같아. 교육팀의 직원다운 완벽한 공격이었어.
Just night and day. Kim is such a hard fight, man. He really is.
조명이 전멸하는 저곳으로. 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다.
저 수감자는
앞당
기억해
패치
두겠습니다.
성공.
My bet is on Magic Bullet for being the number one. I was
승리의
wrong.
보람과 세상의 아름다움에 대해 들어본 적 있는가? 없어도 전혀 상관없다네. 지금 우리가 보는 경치가 바로 그런 것일 테니.
It's just proof that the best fake Poise identity is the Queen of Hatred. Oh, it's actually Ishmael who was number 2. That's surprising. I was certain it was going to be Otis. But I guess that makes sense considering she's the only actual, like, quote-unquote, real Poise identity. So, yeah. I didn't even really focus on Poise too much, to be honest, but whatever. It's fine. And that's how I beat Mirror Dungeon 6 hard using the best Poise team in the game. Anyway, that's it from me. Like and subscribe for more videos like this one. Goodbye.